What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. USTC Repeg, there's a vote going on. We'll take a look at that, and also a simulation of A, the collapse, and B, how do we get back to USTC to $1? Is it possible? Well, certainly looks like it with this proposal. We're going to get into all that and the news out of the Fed. Well, it's pretty good for everyone invested in cryptocurrency. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to keep it up to date with everything going on in the market. Before we jump in, let's take a quick word from our sponsor. CryptoDrop.net is a case opening website used to open cases with all of your favorite cryptocurrency. Here in the investor case, we are opening up a case with many different variants of cryptocurrency. All cases come at different values, and you could walk away potentially with more than you put in. Here, looking at the absolute case, we can see Ethereum, Monero, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Apecoin, all of your favorite cryptocurrencies. You can take the case, open it, and sell it straight back to CryptoDrop.net. Or if you want to take it out, then there is no minimum withdrawal, and you can take it out to your wallet. Opening the Ethereum case here, sometimes you're going to walk away with a substantial amount more, and other times you may not be as lucky. Always walk through here, and there are a number of different cases for you to select from the Solana case here, as well as Shiba Inu, Ethereum, and many other cases you can have. Crypto.net, one of the first of its kind, and again, remember, no minimum withdrawals to remove from the platform. Thank you to Crypto.net for sponsoring this video. Okay, so heading on over to the markets here, Bitcoin currently sitting 23,709, which was a significant step up from the Fed announcement. You can see here from 7:30, this was where we got the news of those 25 basis points with a dovish-ish tone from Jerome Powell, and the market exploded on the back of that news. If we take a look at the daily, it is a significant green candle yesterday from that news, back up to where we were trading prior to going into the Fed meeting. So all positive for cryptocurrency. Well, Lunar Classic, we know, is slightly detached from Bitcoin, however, exactly trending in this channel that we drew the other day, and does for me still follow it. We're looking for about 3 or 4 touch points. We then could see a move to the upside. Now, the volume is not quite as much as we want. We maybe bring this down a little bit, but we could definitely start to see a potential move for Lunar Classic. It is slightly depegged from the Bitcoin market, and whenever Bitcoin is moving, money will always flow into there. Likewise for USTC, albeit just had a marginal correction yesterday, as we generally see this with the more lucrative and speculative players, people move into more stable assets. Now, what do we want to talk about in this video? Well, like I said, the USTC Repeg, if we head over to the Terra Station development handle, and again, thanks to Edward Kin for this. This is actually the dev part. You can see we've got swaps, we've got staking, governance is where we want to take a look at, and this Ziggy Repeg that we talked about the other day. Now, I didn't think this was going to pass, but we have actually got a significant move in yes votes. We've had Orion Money commit to a yes vote, as well as a number of other validators. Now, we're still waiting to be able to get this up actually on the Terra Station website, but we're seeing 67.29, so definitely a swing to the upside for this. Now, 4 days to go. Do we think this is going to pass? It certainly feels like it is picking up momentum. And as we talk more about USTC Repegs, we had a new interesting view from Astrotech Labs, who want to really talk about what they've got. As you can see here, Astrotech building the next evolution of Web3 tech stacks. Now, it's a pretty interesting thing is it talks fully through the UST crash. It says we simulated the Terra's market module during the May 22nd crash in both SDR and USD denominations to understand the design faults. So it says here, look, we'll go right back to the very start. So this is basically the point of which we saw it crash. The simulated market module, the SDR. Check out this graphic to see how the UST Lunar virtual pool, which facilitated both burn and mint swaps, performed during the crash, with the pool balances and expected profit percentage per trade denominated in SDR. So I'm just going to play this. It's a 15-second rule. So you can see here the expected profits here at the bottom. In that trade, you can see obviously the price of Luna being tanked, as well as that minus expected profits, and then trying to bring down the USTC price as well. So you can see how aggressively that comes down with those moves in there. Looking at it in a USD basis, you can again just see how aggressive that reduction is and how aggressively they went after the Luna price, which ultimately then brings down the USTC price as well. Well, the market module assumed the price to be $1 for swaps, causing discrepancies in expected versus realized profits, leading to excess MEV leakage via ARBs and the expense of the community. So ultimately, as it was trying to swap, it assumed the USTC was still $1, whereas in actual fact, it was already depegging and it was already radically reducing and it couldn't keep up. There was also no mechanisms to stop violent lunar price crash caused by rampant supply dilution via the UST burns. One of the repegs, and certainly the big point of any USTC repeg, is almost a safeguard, almost a stop loss for UST, that if it hits a certain point, then it will close off the mint and burn between Lunar Classic to stop this happening again. And again, it's just a design fault that hasn't worked, that again we already know was manipulated. It says here as we move down, the static virtual pool design used by the market module is incapable of handling harsh market environments at scale. And this can be anything from a massive dump in the market. Remember, we talked about FTX, huge hundreds of millions of dollars to try and do it. They tried to do it with USDT and then tried to come over and do it with USDC. It says the base pool and regression coefficient need to be dynamic and able to self-adjust based on current liquidity depth in the open market, i.e. allow more trades or allow less. In the conclusion, it says, we believe there are 3 flaws and the prime reason for the USTC depeg. Any solution for UST needs to start by fixing these core design flaws. Next, we'll take a look at the CRV stablecoin and the Curve V2 pool type design. They will share our progress with some of the possible new mechanisms to tackle the issues in the current design. And finally, it says, stay with Astrotech if you like our research. So ultimately what they're trying to do is bring another plan to the table around UST. And I think, here's the thing, as we get more and more proposals, what does it tell me? There's an absolute ambition to get UST, whether it's $1, the number is irrelevant, but actually the algorithmic stablecoin, the main utility that we can offer that can't be offered with other blockchains, is absolutely at the core foundation of a lot of incredibly intelligent people that work with this all day long. I, for one, think it is a big step forward. I'm firmly behind repegging UST to a specific number. It might be 10 cents, whatever it is in the short term. And then we gradually move that line up until we get back to $1. Why? Because it gives us something that no other blockchain has had. Now, it has to come with fail-safes. It has to come with an absolute impeccable level of trust that the community can support. And if it doesn't come with that, then there's no way both I, you, and anyone else could support that notion. Now, again, time will tell in terms of do we see a price movement for Lunar Classic. We obviously have Binance burns coming up. We took the Binance notifications away. So everything seems positive for Lunar Classic. I think we need to get and shake out the BTC run, the Bitcoin run as everyone frenzy buys in, as people expecting 24, 25K. Then I think we could see a certain move on Lunk. 0.45% already up here in the UK. We're 15 minutes into a new day. Time will only tell. Do we get a rally on Lunar Classic today? Well, if you want to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, you might just get a Lunar Classic price run. That's going to do it for this video. As ever, don't forget to come and join us 4 p.m. Eastern on our live streams where we talk about everything to do with crypto, Lunar Classic, as well as the markets in general. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.